Hi everyone, this is Angel Life Makeover and I am your host, Andrea Dombecki. You could reach me at angelfairyhealing.com. I also have a free Facebook group that you can join called Angel Fairy Healing with Andrea Dombecki. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and you can subscribe to this podcast anywhere where you would like to listen to your podcasts. I also have a newsletter on my website. I'm excited to be here today with a brand new podcast called Winter Fairy Dreams, and we will be connecting with the fairies of winter and the magic of winter, and I'll be talking about some of the messages and visions I've been receiving from the fairies and some fun, creative ways to enjoy your winter here in the Midwest. We are in the thick of winter, January 15th, and I'm excited to do some fairy journeying and dreaming together. I have a few announcements. I am excited to have the introductory rate available for my Divine Feminine Healing class. I'm still adding content to that. I'm still building it behind the scenes, adding some fun stuff. So I have it available for early sale right now, and that's the Divine Feminine Angelic Healing Immersive, which is very shamanic, connecting with the divine feminine angels of the crystals, the plants, the flowers, and then also traveling to healing temples throughout the universe, like the Venusian, rose quartz temples, lots of fun stuff like that. So you can get that right on my website. It's at a special rate. I'm also starting the Angelic Tools for Abundance Intensive late February. Registration for that will be open soon, so keep an eye out for that and get on my newsletter. Check out my social media. And I'm also opening a few spots at a special rate for the 3-month mentoring, Angelic Soul Mentoring. If you would like some deep healing work, if you'd like a deep container, I love working deeply with my clients on karmic healing, energy management, self-healing, all types of fun stuff, working with our angels and other spirit guides. And that package includes 3 months, and each month you get 2 readings and 1 energy healing for 3 months. So check out that also on my website, and that's just available in a very limited amount. So let's get into today's topic. I created this topic because I know that I've had major resistance to winter, and I was trying to look at when that started. Maybe when I was a tween. At a certain age, I started to be almost fearful of winter. The stillness would creep me out, the psychic portals, the darkness. And so I was really looking into that. I'm like, what is this eerie feeling of winter? It's almost like a haunted feeling, a fearful feeling I had. And so when I was taking a nature walk and I was thinking about this, and there's definitely a earth vibe in winter, like coming from the earth. It was like a real still, eerie silence. And I was talking to the earth, and then I said, let me see what the fairies have to say about this. Now, the fairies were sleeping. And the way I connect with fairies, and I always recommend everyone do this also, is I just kind of go on a nature walk. I go out and I just say, what are the fairies of the land doing? What are they up to? I say hello to them, and usually I develop relationships with them, and I can have visions of them and hear them, with my psychic abilities right away. So I get this vision of them sleeping in like little burrows beneath the earth, fast asleep, like the earth is fast asleep, right? There's no leaves on the trees. The earth is bare. We're in winter, and there's this deep stillness. And I was thinking, why do I have this resistance to the stillness? So I was trying to just kind of embrace that. And then I saw the fairies, and I was like, what are you guys doing? And I saw them dreaming. And then I looked, and what are they dreaming? And I saw them dreaming of spring and different things, rainbows and seeds and nature and baby animals. I had a lot of beautiful visions, and I said, okay, what do I need to learn here? That I have to embrace winter as a time of inner journeying, inner visioning, stillness, as a time of rest and contemplation, setting our intentions for later in the year. But I have to honor that this is that time. So I went deeper into my winter teachings with the fairies. And so they're talking a lot about embracing the earth energy of winter, the energy of that nature is asleep, but it will bloom again, but it needs that rest time, and so do we. And then I think of, going into little burrows, little animals sleeping in burrows, fairies fast asleep, and how I can integrate that in my life, that coziness. So I'm really blessing the winter with the fairies and doing some more visioning and dreaming with the beautiful fairies. And who else came in was the winter gnomes, and they're snowshoeing, they're skiing, and they're really enjoying winter. Now, I've never had this harsh a winter anywhere I've lived, so I've definitely had resistance to it. This month's been pretty mild, but already in December we've had like 3 snowstorms. It's sub-zero a bunch. It's pretty mild right now. But the gnomes and the fairies have helped me to just kind of adapt and be flexible with the weather and just kind of embrace these seasons of nature and the beauty of nature with the snow and the ice and the frost and the icicles and the activities of the cold temperatures like baking, knitting, crafting. It's a great time for inner journeying, planning things, writing our novels, listening to novels, reading books. So let's journey a little together with the winter fairies and activate magical dreams, magical guides, the white owls coming in, the white polar bear, the white fox, connecting with our winter fairy guides, the winter fairy queen and king, their realm. Maybe we're connecting also with the white unicorns. So we're just connecting with all of the fairy guides, Jack Frost, the trees, and looking at how we can enjoy our winter. Maybe it's time to make herbal medicines and essences and paint pictures. So opening our heart to all the winter fairy guides, journeying into winter. I see ice skates right away, fairies on ice skates, and opening our heart to winter, which reminds me that when I was a child, I loved winter. I loved snow days. I enjoyed everything. I had a really open heart. But at one point, I started resisting winter. So I'm working on this with the fairies. I want to share this healing with all of you. We're journeying into the season, opening our heart to the magic of winter, the beauty of winter, and the activities of winter. And let's look at who's coming through and where the fairies would like us to dream with them. And what do you see? I see lots of beautiful snowflakes, crystalline snowflakes. I see the ice skating fairies. I see Jack Frost. I see frozen spider webs, almost like fairies crocheting spider webs, but I think it's symbolic of like crocheting lace and doing fun things. I love to do that. Bringing in those amazing crafts and how they're mirrored in nature. I've also been making some fairy houses and furniture and things, just embracing some new crafts because I'm highly creative. Poetry's coming up, to read or write poetry and just have that time to kind of write and read and play and really enjoy your possessions. Declutter your home, look inside your home, organize it in a way that works for you with little areas for coziness, for reading, for healing, whatever you need, maybe little fairy still lifes in your home. So we're just kind of taking a deep breath and journeying with those winter fairies and their frequencies, they say, the earth frequencies, and just releasing any resistance we have in our body to the winter earth frequencies. And just kind of becoming one with all of it, fluid with all of it, having an open heart, releasing the judgments of winter, bringing in the magic, and grounding into the season with our fairy guides. Yeti's coming in a lot. This year, I also felt a lot of like the mice, like at Christmas time, mice spirit guides. There's lots of like woodland creatures, that animal energy, and I kind of had a lot of visions of them, their energy, and connecting with the magic of ice and snowflakes and icicles. I was trying to make some frozen bubbles, but I'm still working on that. Because if you live in a place where it freezes really easily, that's a fun project. Or frozen altars. You can freeze like berries and herbs and different things and then put a candle in that. So lots of fun creative things to do. So connecting with the fairies and dreaming in. So let's go deeper into the fairy dreams of winter. We're going into the winter lands. Maybe you're traveling to the North Pole, you're seeing the Aurora Borealis, you're seeing beautiful frozen icebergs and mountains and beautiful places in nature, snow-covered mountains. And just going into those journeys. And then we're going to go deeper into fairyland, into our own magical lands. Remember, that's one of the gifts of winter, is that it's an amazing time where we are open to journey to our medicine lands, the places that illuminate our spirit. And for me, it is a lot of flower energy, and it maybe because I was born in spring, I just always feel so invigorated by the flower lands, the fairy flower lands. So we're also connecting with Snow Maiden. She's coming in. I was learning about her. Snow Maiden, Dear Mother, different kind of fairy beings, and sharing their magical stories and their magical energies. So opening up to that wonder of winter and opening up our own journeying abilities in winter, wherever we journey for healing and rejuvenation. It's a great time to go within and go on those deep healing journeys. So we're connecting with Mother Earth, we're connecting with the winter fairies, we're connecting with the energy of winter, and we're being grounded and present and enjoying winter with an open heart. We're also dreaming of spring, dreaming of the future. And remember, when we dream, the fairies of dreamland are coming in and just really blessing us with fairy dust, blessing our third eye, that we have high vibration, beautiful, magical dreams, and that we feel safe on earth. And remember, this is how we heal the world, one of us at a time, through feeding positive energy into the psyche of humanity, through staying positive, connecting with the angels, the fairies, love and kindness, and not being pulled down by any darkness or things like that. So we want to know that when we relax, when we slow down, we connect with the gentle energies of the fairy realm. Our aura is healed, our psyche is in a positive place, and the fairies really want to assist us with that right now. If you've been pulled into any darker realms from political things happening or something, we want to be very aware of this, because I'm very aware of this as a sensitive person, that the state of the planet affects me. And so the more I meditate and feed positive things into the psyche of humanity, I feel better. And I have a theory that if you're someone like me that is affected by the state of the world in that deep way, it's because you have something to contribute. If you sense it, it's because you need to bring something positive in, art, music, writing, inspiration, prayer. Like if you feel it, it's because it's calling for something. Because talking to a lot of people, some people are very neutral. They're not as affected by the state of the world, but I believe that those of us that have that purpose where we're supposed to influence humanity. And so how are you influencing humanity in positive ways? What are you feeding in to the human psyche, the grid? And I want to give you guys some, ideas: sacred ceremony, prayer, magical happy things. Keep yourself happy, do magical sacred things, keep the hope alive, bless others, contribute to your community, pray for everyone, and stay positive. So just opening up some dreaming fairy inspiration for everyone in the winter, traveling to these beautiful fairy lands, appreciating winter, and I'm excited to see how this will unfold, right? We're opening up the magic of winter. We're opening up our own inner magical lands that we love to travel to for healing and rejuvenation. And we're also blessing the activities of winter so we don't feel bored or isolated, but instead we're immersed in our magical worlds of meditation and creativity, and really loving our space and really envisioning our beautiful future and getting everything organized. I've been working on that too, just decluttering my life in all ways, my space, and really thinking, what do I want to bring in? What do I want to learn? What do I want to create? Where am I going in the next 10 years? And I have to say that I feel more hope than ever. For a while, I think I was moving through a lot of fears about the future and making decisions and what's next, but I feel like I have such an open-hearted hope energy right now, and I just wanted to share that with everyone. Is that sometimes that's just a period of uncertainty, or maybe the world's in turmoil and you're feeling it. It will pass. Keep praying, keep facing your karma, and I'm sharing lots and lots of blessings and positive energy with all of you, and I hope that you continue to journey and dream with the fairies. Please reach out and stay connected. I love to share lots of fairy channelings and fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys soon.